Hi, I don't know, I'm just gonna make a tutorial on how to do, how to make spleef with commands, since, uh, I made it with commands, just set it to creative, commands on. Anyways, oh yeah, you should probably put it on, yeah, there we go, okay. So now I have a super flat world, and, all you really need is a command block, just one for, because then you can immediately swap it to each variant of it, so you don't need, every single version of it. You can just use the regular one and swap it. Anyways, just real quick, I'm gonna do a simple thing. Since I'm on a super flat world, I want them to. I don't want there to be slimes. Oh right, yeah. It's always active. You need to put it on repeat if you're gonna do that. And there you go. Now I don't get to see that in the chat. And another thing is, another thing is you can just for command block towers with chain things, you might notice you'd be like, oh, it's chain, why isn't it working? It's because, excuse me, you actually have to put it to always active. Now it works, you see. And yeah, so there you go. Anyways, now to get to the whole spleef part, for this, I'm gonna do the simple thing. So you're gonna want to get your coordinates of how far you're gonna do this. So I'm just gonna bring this up here. I don't even need to bridge it out. I just realized because I'm using coordinates. So this block is. So I usually just do this /fill, and then you look at the block coordinates right here. You have to enable it in F3, F6. If you don't have it already enabled, so it's 12, -57, -5, and you can just wait like that. And just fly diagonally, and then you can go on your XYZ coordinates. So 34, negative. I'm gonna do 57, so it actually aligns with this, even though my coordinates are 56, just because I'm not on a perfect block level. And then just set it to 13, and now you can go ahead and just break that, of course. But now I usually just go ahead and oops. So you can just use your arrow keys if you're on Java, just to go through your past things you've done. So all I have to do is just go to this command, because that's why I did them in chat. So now you can just copy that with Control C, and then just Control V it in there, and you can do whatever block you want. I'm just gonna use snow, because I'm gonna just make it do sub whatever. Now, just some redstone, and you can just yeah. I'll just grab some of this stuff just for now, and a button. You can do a button or a lever, whatever you want to do. Excuse me. Did it do powdered snow? No, it didn't even do this. Oh. I know I did that. It's yeah, there's a slight difference. It put snow layers instead, so because it's technically called snow, but if you look at it and whatever the actual block says, snow layers or whatever. But yeah, so technically you want to do snow blocks if you're doing that. Then you don't actually have to do much. You can just either do a command block chain like this, so you just do that, and same command, just raise it up by how many levels you want. So since it's negative, I'm gonna have to actually make the number go down from 57 instead of, because it's it's a negative. This is just math. it has to get closer to 0. So since it's negative 57, I'm just gonna put it 7 blocks up, so negative 50 for each thing. And you want them to be the same height because otherwise it won't be just one block like this. It will be several blocks. And since it's chained now, excuse me. Oh, I've got to. And now once you click this, it'll always paste it in, so you can just like you can fill this whatever block you want. You can use like acacia buttons or whatever, for example, and just like you just grab a shovel and just like go into survival and just, just do it how many levels you want. And now that's all broken up, you can just go over. And since we're doing this with commands, I can just immediately refill it like that. So it's way easier. And another thing you can do is, oh yeah, right, I was saying this before, you can use a command block or you can use like a comparator. Excuse me. And just make this an impulse instead. See, it works. Or you can do just a repeater. It is really, because it's going to power this block, and then the repeater is getting powered, and it can power this block. Personally, I just do wrong thing. I do chains because it's just cleaner. Whoops. Oh yeah, you can always just pick block to grab it instead, and you have to use commands to give yourself command blocks or like barriers or whatever, because you know. And if you wanted to grab something with NBT data, just like I don't exactly know how. Here, hold on. No, hold on. Yeah, you have to shift or like control pick block, and that'll give you it with it. And you can tell, yeah. So you can just hover over it, and it'll be like warning, whatever, because it has NBT data, so you can do it with signs too. I don't know if it's specifically shifting down or if it's control, because I have my shift key set to control, so you can just put some text on there, and I just control click it, and right there, bamboo sign with the text on there. So now you got your weird platforms of, whatever, your spleef platforms, and you can always use /fill commands just to put barriers here. I'm not going to do that because, well, this isn't an actual thing. But, whoops. So now you have that, but nobody's getting teleported up there. What are you going to do? So, all you have to do is just put another one of these, another one of these, and just TP at a whatever coordinates you have it to. So, for example, my coordinates for this, when I'm going to teleport everything to, everyone, even though there's nobody else, single player world. So I'm just going to grab my coordinates, 24, 49, 5, basically. Just grab those. I can just go up, grab your thing again. Doesn't have to be commands, by the way. And turn off F3, obviously. So teleport everyone there, and it'll teleport. Oops. I think that was a negative 49. Yeah, it was a negative 49. Okay, well, remember to put your coordinates in properly as like negative or whatever. So now everyone just gets teleported there. And I'll show you what I did in my other world later on how you can get it to teleport each person into different locations. So now you just get everyone, it just automatically, technically this will work as spleef, but if you want to, just go ahead and do a give at a like iron shovel or something. And technically this will work. This will work. Now you get to spleef. You can do spleef. Spleef. Wow. But yeah, so that's technically spleef. I would not recommend just doing that though, because you'll realize the second you press it again, you get another iron shovel. So is what you can just do is grab that, so I can put another command block here. So before you do the give shovel command, whatever, all you want to do is just clear at a iron shovel or whatever thing you're using, because I'm using an iron shovel. That's what I'm doing. It's the right command block, yeah. Now it'll give you an iron shovel, and each time it will always give you a new one. So yeah, now you don't have to worry about the durability going down. Like, you end up just always having a, if you just keep on playing, you're not going to keep the same durability, because it's going to give you a new one each time. So this works as spleef, but you might notice that mobs will spawn. You can always just do what I did for the slimes and kill them. But another thing you can do is make it so that there's light sources there. So another thing you can do is just give yourself a light block, which is a real thing, by the way. And it'll just do light, It's like barriers. It's a little particle effect, basically, whenever you look at it. I don't know if it's exactly a particle effect, and you have to hold it to see it. But it does give off a light effect. And you can always change the level, so, like, each different, they all have different levels of light. And you can but you always get the 15. You'd have to put a specific level if you wanted it like that. So just spray these around, and you can, if you can't tell, they don't have any collision. And if you're looking at them, unlike structure voids, you can't break them or anything. And every time you automatically break through them. So basically, you can only interact with them if you actually are holding a light block. And you can do like a fill command for them. You don't have to. Like, I didn't even do that, because you won't ever get it. You won't ever lose it. So now you just get that. Now you have it. I know it's kind of uneven because I didn't particularly place it well, but yeah, that's that. And it won't even show up in F3, I don't think. Whatever. So yeah, you can just fix this bits up if you want. You can always do this. You can do regular light, whatever. It's literally whatever you want that you can do. So that's a really easy way just to make spleef. And if you want, you can also just put a quick survival at a. So now every time they click that, they're immediately set to survival mode and get this. So yeah, that's just a very easy way to actually get this, get spleef done. And just so you know, this is on Java Edition. I am playing on Java Edition. So I don't know what to tell you. It's literally just Java Edition. So, not to say that you can't do this on Bedrock Edition. I don't know if the command blocks or anything work differently. I haven't played Bedrock Edition in a while. But most of this stuff should be the same. Like the fill commands and everything should be basically the same for Bedrock Edition. Just might have different names, But anyways, this will work as a spleef. Whoops, said that today. And that's spleef right there. This is a tiny bit of spleef, and you can always just, in fact, you can even shorten it down if you wanted a really short variant of spleef. All you really have to do is just here, let me grab some of these. And then just remove this. Yeah, infinite 255 true. So something you'll notice if you are on Bedrock Edition, you can't do infinite. This is something that's only in Java Edition. You have to do some really weird string of text so that you can do one. You gotta do so you can have as 10 million time. It's really weird, but then you can't even get it as a true effect. And if anybody's wondering if it's true or false, true just means that the particle is hidden right here. That's the hide particles. It's a little variable. So if you put it as false, the particles will be seen, but if not, yeah. So that's technically also, that's all I did was literally just make it so that nobody goes in survival mode and you aren't using a shovel. You can instead use your hand or whatever. And now you just go into survival. It works exactly the same, you see. It's just now you don't move your hand or anything. So. So that's how you get just a really simple version of spleef. You get this, and a way to also make it so that people do not fight each other, like if they don't just hit each other with uh, uh, the shovel. I don't know why I buffered out on that. I'm like losing track of stuff. Yeah, you could just do, instead of haste, you can just do weakness. Now they'll never be able to punch each other. Essentially, you'll have such a high weakness you can't hurt anything at all. So, like, just as an example, here's a sheep. You can't hurt them. And it's because I have weakness 255. I have really high weakness, so that just gives me negative attack damage, which, so, like, essentially it wouldn't even work if you're holding a shovel. Like, you would do less damage with your fist, but you won't even work with a shovel either. Or it won't even work with a shovel, yeah. So that's a really easy way to get spleef. And now they can't hit people, or you can just, like, do a game rule so that people don't fight each other. I don't know if there is a game rule for that. I think I saw it whenever I was scrolling through them, but you're just... Yeah, that. PvP. I don't know what this actually does, just so anybody knows. I don't know if that is just misinformation I'm giving you, but I have no idea. So, because I haven't ever used it, but I usually just give weakness. That's a really easy way to just give them, do that. And, yeah, so, spleef. There you go. Oh, another thing, you might have noticed, I'm losing a lot of HP, because I am, every time I fall down, because I'm going into survival mode, you can just do, hold on. Just grab this command again. Now you have, instead of weakness, do regeneration. And instead of infinite, just do like 10 seconds or something. I'm not sure. So if you're going to do that, I would recommend personally just putting it on a little string of repeaters. So now you get repeaters, so that will, or wait, hold on. Replace, I messed up something. So it would instead, here, this one, TPA. So now instead of teleporting them, you are giving them regen so that they would regenerate before the teleporting goes on. And you can also do saturation so that you have full hunger. So now I'm in survival mode. Already got it. You don't need exactly 10 seconds, but yeah, that can power that. But I put this in a freaking chain block, so that's why that messed up. But then you can just put it in, and now you're up here, and you have a full HP or whatever, you know. You might just want to, like, not put it as 10 seconds. Apparently that is way too much. Saturation doesn't matter. That just gives you hunger. So put this at, like, 3 seconds. And there you go. And that's how you get a very simple way to make spleef. Like I said, you can just fill this area up with barriers if you want, so that they can't escape. And also you can fill this area down here with lava. So yeah, in another video I showed how to, I showed one of my worlds, which was my minigames world, because that's technically a minigame. I classify it as a minigame. And as you can see, I did a lot more for this. This one is a more serious version of it. That's just what this is the serious, like, me trying to do it. So it's got like several layers of it, several layers of spleefing things, and you got designs for each level. I didn't break any of these, did I? Okay, yeah, sorry, I thought I might have accidentally broken any of these, because I don't have commands to fix it. And yeah, so now it's just super easy. And you got spleef, and you die down here. And yeah, so that's a really easy way to make spleef. You just got to do a bunch of command blocks to fill it up. And as I was saying earlier, I would show how I got to make it, how I made it so that you would teleport in different locations. I'll show you in a second. So that's just as a marker. I'm here now. Also, yes, it still repairs itself. Now, I was player 3, so let's go to player 1 now. And now I'm not here anymore, but I'm actually over here diagonally. Where am I? Okay. Whew. And player 2. Again, different. Oh, whoops. Again, different locations. So they're all. Oh, well, yeah, they're all in different locations. I know that might not be even for some reason. I honestly cannot remember. Whatever. It doesn't really matter if it's exactly even, but is how I'm doing it is I'm just using tags. So you can use like a command block to set tags of yourself. So as you can see, he spawns in completely different locations. Okay, this one, I might have just accidentally placed this one wrong, but as you can see, he spawned in like 4 different locations because there's 4 players. It's really simple. But all I'm doing is I'm using tag blocks. Or tag blocks, but tags. So here, tag add at P player 1, and at P is nearest player, just so you know. And that'll add that. And so what I'm doing is for everyone at A, I'm removing I'm removing everyone player 1 because this one's giving you player 1. It's just so that there's not multiple player 1s. And then the nearest player, which is you get it removed. You get all your other tags removed, so you can't be the same thing. And then I have it as say at P equals at P tag equal player 1 has selected player 1. So that's nearest player, which does work if you're saying at P. If you're using /tel does not work. So it's saying potato man because that's my user. And so that's nearest player, but what if the nearest player didn't have tag equal 1? What if they were actually sitting like right on this command block? And they didn't have that tag. Essentially, I have this, which is just as I used type before for the mob type or entity type, I'm using tag because this is the player's tag, and the tag can be any string of text. You don't have to put it like this. You just need to not have a space in there, obviously. And same thing. Say selected players, and then it's just up here. It's another thing. I have it so that it's tag equal player 1, tag equal And it might be a little bit hard to read, but essentially you got your eyes just as a little border for them. And so like player 1, you got potato man, player 2, whatever, player 3, blah blah blah. So it's just a really simple way to do it. So yeah. Well, I actually might be player 2 right now. I can't remember if I'm player 2. Yeah, I am player 2. I was like, did I mess this up? No. I put it so that your name is before the hyphen. So that is how you could do a thing for spawning in different, teleporting in different locations. Where did I put it actually? I forget where I put the teleporting commands. Here it is. Okay, so TP at E, I just did anything because nearest player might not be that, and then it'll just fully cancel it out. You can do at A too. Well, I don't know if at A will actually work. It does work. It's just optional to do that, and it'll teleport it to those locations. Now you get that. You see, it's always each thing, then that's the haste. But I just have this connected up through a bunch of redstone repeaters and stuff to connect up to here. And if you're wondering how I'm doing the loading thing, it's just at E type equal player, so it doesn't go to like entities. You need to also do just at A instead of. Oh well, actually you can't do at A. See, I was right. That's why I did this. Anyways, type equal player, so it only does players, and you do each version of the loading. It's just different like periods. It has completed. And then you clear each title so that there's no other titles. Then action bar, that's the miniature one that's like down here is the little miniature thing. And that's ready, set, spleef. As I said before, you cannot put like exclamation marks because it's you found it's trailing data. You can put like you can put other things like just basically most things. It can't be symbols or stuff like that. And that's just a really simple way. But and also thing, um, yeah, if you're wondering why I'm going like as I showed before, there's a world where I showed off my other. Oh my gosh, I'm stuttering so much. There's a video that I showed all my other or all my worlds, most of them, the important ones, and that's what I'm referring to. If anybody's watched that, nobody. But if you're wondering how I did this to make it like the console edition, where the blocks, like the the snowballs break the blocks. Essentially, all I'm doing is where is it? This. So execute if entity blah. If entity, for example, snowball is positioned as entity snowball, run fill. This is just where it is. I made it so that it would at least at some point break, so that it wasn't just infinitely there, And then it's just air replace Minecraft grass blocks. It's replacing them. Specifically grass blocks, not everything. That's what the replace is for. And yeah, so it's just really simple way to do that. You can always change these numbers. Each of these is just like a variable. You can run with them however you want. It's coordinates technically, so it fills each thing. And no, you do not have to do at e type equals snowball positioned as type equals snowball. There are several ways to do this bit. This bit isn't really required. It's just that's the easiest way that I know. For me that's just the easiest way that I know how to do it because that's what I always do. So it's just normal. So it's positioned as essentially it's positioned at the exact same location as this one, or it is that. So and all of these other ones are literally just for each type of block. So if you're only doing snow, you only need one of them for each for snow. And it's just a repeating command block, always active, or you can have it as a lever if you don't want it to like lag or anything. And then just chain command blocks if you have a different block. And that's just how you get that. So like, oops. So yeah, and with that it'll activate this where you can break blocks. But as I said, I made it so that it breaks blocks much farther above it or below it so that you wouldn't accidentally, essentially so that if it touches that block, it won't instantly, hold on, how do I explain this? Essentially so that, oh right, yeah, so you can still break blocks without touching them, essentially, because if it touches that block, it will just break it because it's a snowball, It's not like an arrow or anything. But yeah, that's just how you do that. Very simple. Yeah. And you can just easily break this stuff. And is why I have it so it just breaks instantly if you put it on the side, is because if I don't have it so that it breaks, if I don't have it so that in some way it doesn't break, it'll just never break, and well, then you just instantly get a basically wipe out of the entire map. Because then you could just throw it down and it would break absolutely everything. It would break absolutely every layer. And essentially, you could just send a player to their death immediately. If you're just like playing with somebody, and then you just immediately just throw one snowball, and it'll just send them to their doom. It'll break through every layer since I have it for each thing. Every layer, besides this one, because this one has fire, which immediately breaks the snowballs. Which, you can do that if you want. Or you can't, whatever you want. But, of course, the stuff below this, I must have forgotten to code that, actually. Whatever. Apparently it doesn't break the stuff. Thought I put it there. You don't have to, of course. You don't have to do it for each thing. I'll probably keep it like that, actually, because, it's like, it melts the snowball, But, that's just a really easy way to, make spleef. Really simple way. And you can do it with command blocks like this. I'm not going to include every single command because, well, my coordinates are different than each player's, and stuff like that. And also, I'm lazy, so yeah, that's an easy way. And I will also another way you might know for to make spleef in like survival instead is cobblestone generators, and so lava and water. So lava and water, and you can just make a super easy cobblestone generator. If nobody knows how to make that, I will just show you how to make that real quick. So you need water and lava. A lot of people might have just made one like this, you know, or they put this there and then yeah, that happens. Or you know, they put actually something that commonly happens, they do this. So now you might like, oh, it works, and it just immediately turns into obsidian. It's how you actually do that is just you want to put a little. Oh, hold on. I put this. This is a little. It needs to be a little bit wider. It just. I can't exactly remember. It's been so long, but just put it like that so that it flows here. And now you get your lava here. Super simple. Or you can put your lava here too. So like, just like that. And it will, instead of flowing here, so that it'll start flowing this way to corrupt the lava, it just flows here. You see, it goes in down. That's how you make it. And of course, you can do stuff like this. You can put like a freaking pumpkin. That's what I commonly do. I just put like a pumpkin here. Don't ask why. It's usually what's easily available. You get a pickaxe. You just mine it. And now you can hold it down, and you see the pumpkin. This isn't the specific block to break the pumpkin, so you know you can get your stone. I know most of them are like getting lavaed, but you get the point. That's a really easy way to make a cobblestone generator. There's another way that also is pretty popular, just like this. Hold on. It's a compact version. Like, it's a little bit smaller and it's easier to use. You do this, you waterlog this. Technically, it'll count as touching water here with the lava, as you'll see. Counts as touching lava right there, or touching water. But since it's not flowing that way, it has to be specifically this way, because if it's like this, it'll start flowing out. Hold on. Let me just do a really quick example. So, you have it like this. The immediate way it'll be flowing is this way, because that's where the water is. But if you put it like this, just as proof that I'm not making do anything, it is just flowing that way. So that's why you want to, just easily. That's why you want to do it like that. So, really easy way to make a cobblestone generator. Technically, you don't even really need these blocks. The only blocks you actually need are that. And of course, you can also just like go ahead and grab like some trapdoors. Just like now you got your water thing here. Now it looks like you got a bit of a barrel there. So it's a bit aesthetic, and you can just put this in your wall, like just as an example. Now you got a little barrel you can purge stuff in, and you have a cobblestone generator. I don't know, you can put like candles there or something. I don't know if candles break if you have, yeah. So there you go. Now you have a cobblestone generator. It looks aesthetic too. You got your little thing here, and it's trapdoors. So you can break this, and now you got a weird cobblestone generator. But that's a really simple way to just make one of those, just a cobblestone generator. Really simple way. I'm just gonna replace all this. Goodbye. So, yeah. Essentially, anyways, getting on to the point, I'm gonna do that easier way, or the more compact way. Sorry, I put way. Water. And now you just get stairs and some cobblestone. I'm not trying to make this look pretty or anything, just so you know, so it's gonna look a bit ugly. Now, pistons. and observers, some redstone. So, how do I do this again? Anyways, that's there. So you can just like put an observer facing, well, observer on the bottom, I guess. And torch, so I can get a little torch tower here. How do I do this again? I can't exactly remember. There you go. Now it powers this, and you can just go ahead and place it. Yep, there you go. This isn't very efficient because it's always going to be powering since that's right there. But now all you have to really do is just grab it. You just push it. I don't know exactly how to do this, but you see, it starts pushing it out this way. Essentially, you're going to use like efficiency pickaxes to instantly break this. Or, you can always use you can make this a stone version instead, where basically the thing is flipped. And stone is instantly breakable while cobblestone isn't. Here, let me see if I actually know how to make one of those. Whoops, that is not how you make one of those. I know, I'm kind of taking a while to get to the point. Can't exactly remember how to make one of these. Oops. Okay, dang, that's clearly not how you make one of them. I'm not gonna do that. I don't exactly remember how to make a stone generator. You can make one though. I used to make them back in the day. I used to make a ton of them, but I do not remember how to make them. So that'll put out a pulse. You can just. You want to make sure that it doesn't do it where it just spams out, because each time this activates, it does a pulse essentially every time. So another way you can do this is just, instead of putting it there, you can just put like a cobblestone generator here or something. I don't know. Alright, yeah, so sticky piston. I know this isn't exactly how you're supposed to do it, but it's easy. Sticky piston, block there. Now push these blocks, I guess. And over there. I guess this is the exact same issue now. I just think about it. Cut this bit out the video. Cut this bit out the video. No. Okay, so hold on. Ignore everything I just said. You get to see my trial and error, I guess. Stone. And go ahead and grab that. Nope. Like this. Oh. I forgot to put the thing properly. Anyways. Hold on. So, repeater. There has to be a repeater here. For some reason, it's not there. Pop that there. That's why it's not working. There you go. It very occasionally makes the terrible. It very occasionally makes it, mainly because this is not a long enough extender. It needs to take longer than that. Just break it, just start it basically. There you go. Now it's perfectly timed, and you can just put like an obsidian here. So, super easy way to do it. And now you get this, and you can just instantly break this stuff, and it'll fill itself back up. Once you activate it, of course, you have to activate this whole thing again. So that's an easy way to activate it. Just fill up like that. Stop here immediately. You get, and you can just break this. And essentially, you can do like several of these machines across to do a to make a floor of spleefing. But if you're doing that, I would recommend doing something terrible or something terrible. Better than this, because this sucks if you can't tell. Because this is a really bad build. It's a really bad way to show it and stuff. But just grab some lava and water again. So move it up a bit, and essentially it would be pushing it. You'd be pushing it down, and then to make out a floor, so that you can actually make out a little thing here, a little bit more compact. This is gonna take a second. This video is gonna be like an hour long, just because I'm taking forever to make a freaking cobblestone generator, or whatever. Alright, so, now you just fill up all of these with water. And go ahead and just make something for lava instead now. Now we have a line of things. Now we got a line of cobblestone generators, as you can see. And essentially, I'm gonna go ahead and like. This is not how you're supposed to do it. Does this update whenever? No. Okay. Does this update? Hold on, I actually need to do a very quick testing. Because I have no idea if this updates or not. Okay, so I need to see. Okay, Okay, no, it does not update. That is good to know. This is just me struggling to make a proper thing, basically. That's what this entire thing is just gonna be. Oh, whoops. Oh, yeah, that kills. Just like, I know this is kind of being very, whatever. Okay, whatever. You'll see. I'm just doing this to make it easier. I'm half a block. You don't have to do this. This is completely because I do not want to spend 3 hours doing this. So now we get that. I don't know if this won't work exactly how I want it to, but this will work. Now, yeah. This is peak Minecraft content. Okay, why did I just... Should all push these down. Then I just realized that this is not even close enough. Put that too far. Can I... No, okay, very sad. Yeah, no, that... Perfect timing for the weather, and it's a thunderstorm, okay. Is weather clear? Right now, we just go ahead and grab... Now I have a bit of a timer, so whenever this block gets broken, it should do something. Trial and error. It's not spreading fast enough. Okay, so I guess that the thing has to be longer. If it doesn't spread fast enough, just like make it take long. Just okay, you get the point. I'm gonna use glass. It's easier. What's the point of that? Apparently, no glass because I just completely did it wrong. This is great redstonemanship, as you can see. What even was the point of this? Okay, so plenty of time now, hopefully. Kind of. It's kind of working. There we go. Now it's like pushing out a floor, kind of. See if that works. Okay. For some reason, this is still active. Why is that still active? But that wasn't even supposed to be active. But okay, hold on. Just like apparently that somehow messed up the entire machine. Oh, is it reached the 12 block limit? It might have reached the 12 block limit. Yeah, it reached the 12 block limit, I think. That's what happened. Wait, did it? No, never mind. It's just very terrible design that I did. Anyways, it does not need to be this big. There's no way. You do not need it this big because you can always expand this. Just put like an unmovable block here, like furnaces or obsidian, and now you have a little spleefing platform. And just imagine that this was higher. Imagine that this was like you have like two extra. You have like 2 layers of this. Ignore this too. This is on the side. This is just so I can kill slimes and stuff. So just make sure everything's kind of equal. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to break this block, but put this block here so that it's all even still. Okay, that is a pretty glaring issue. I just realized. Wait, is it? No, it fixed itself and it's irregular. Let's make none of them broken in that line. Let's see what happens. I was right. There is a major flaw in the design. Ignore the major flaw in the design. It's the flaw is that it's only checking this block. It has to check every block. So just like I'm just to do this. That's a really easy way to do it, I guess. Sure. There you go. All right, just activate it. Okay, that seems to be working. I would recommend putting it to a better system to check it though. So literally just put a button here. Okay, well maybe the design with the observer was just that much superior. Whatever, you get the point. I'm not gonna spend forever here. That's just that's a design. There you go. You get spleef, but no, it's just like spleef, bro. No. Now it's with redstone. This was with no commands. That was with commands. See how much easier it was with commands? I haven't done redstone in a while. That's why. So if you want, you can just do this, but higher. Like again. Like I guess I'll do it again. It's just wasting time. Grab everything. Okay. Oh, ran into obsidian too. Okay, good to know. I was just testing that before I accidentally break all my redstone, you know? Whoops. This is only 2 blocks higher, I just realized. Oh my gosh. It needs to be higher than that. Let's just go up like, yeah, that's much better, I guess. Much better. This is very skilled work I'm doing, trust me. I know I'm kind of going quiet for some of this. It's just because I'm trying to focus and not ruin this, essentially. Okay, now we just need lava. Realistically, you would use somebody else's tutorial. I am not a tutorial guy. Yeah, so that. Oh my gosh. Oh, whoops, I forgot to bridge this out. No wonder. I was like, why is there 2 blocks there? That's why. Don't even need these. And by 2 blocks, I mean, why were there like 2 blocks here? There should be a gap. There was supposed to be a gap. I just messed it up. So that's another cobblestone generator. Now you just need some really weird system. Ah, man, okay. This would be way shorter if I knew how to cut or edit videos. But you get the point. It's yeah. How did I mess that up so bad? How in the world did I mess that up so bad? Oh my gosh. Seriously. Put that on the line where the lava's supposed to be. Or, yeah. Where the freaking cobblestone's generating. Now I know the design at least, you know? Oh, I forgot to grab the glass. Well, I don't even need the glass, I just realized, but whatever, just for the aesthetic. You know, I just realized I probably could have used /clone to just, like, duplicate this. Okay, well. Is that every... No, because I forgot to there's these pistons down here that are supposed to be there. Okay. You can't tell I'm actually the best redstoner ever. Yeah. Alright, this is coming along. Now I just need to put 2 and then 1 billion cores. Okay. But yeah, you saw how I did it before, just trying to get this along. It's a really simple machine, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if anybody clicked off the video right now. There is like no point for you to stay on because I already showed how the entire thing worked. I'm literally just copying the machine, which by the way should be done now. So if I just like, if I break this block. No, okay, what did I do wrong? I don't even know what I did wrong this time. What? Is that why it's not working? That actually why it's not working? That'd be crazy. No, okay, that's what I thought. Oh. Man, I'm really just making sure that this thing does not work. Does it not want to push it down? What is... Might have noticed where the issue is, actually. Completely forgot to push any system in there so that the redstone pushes it gets pushed down. Okay, it works now. Oops. Oh my gosh, I forgot to put it. It suddenly stopped. I'm assuming I did something wrong. No? No, I did do something wrong. It's just pushing absurdly fast all of a sudden. Alright, there you go. So, you have spleef now. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. No, 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 it's pushing everything. No, 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 stop it, stop it. Oh my gosh, no, oh my gosh. No, 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 oh my gosh, no, please, please, I just did this. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Oh my gosh. So really smart thing you guys should do. This is pushing into the ground, which is why that does that. You should really put some unpushable blocks right here. So like some obsidians, just so that doesn't happen and it crushes your entire machine. Below that. Anyways. Crisis averted, I would say. So just as a test, that's already an hour long of recording. Oh my gosh. Just grab like some iron